The fact that in embarrassment, that's exactly what Arsenal fans were expecting to put on Liverpool fans' faces, and how the game ended, it actually gives a good test, really, when you look at it. So, slot ball continues. I don't know whatever you're calling it, but we are now starting to see the idea exactly and what this man wants to achieve whenever he's trying to create something going forward. I watched the game yesterday. I had to really sit down, analyze the game, and see what was happening. So I'm gonna try by means to give you my thoughts over the game, and I want to understand what your thoughts are over what exactly everything that happened in this game and what you're expecting from Liverpool going forward. So do me a favor, click the like button, subscribe to the Connect. So the question that people have been asking was, can Arne Slot's Liverpool be able to challenge this Arsenal team? I even made a video on this Football Connect channel talking about it. Can we be able to actually put out a fight, try by all means to challenge this team and do something special, really, really good? And I think on an honest, really my honest opinion is that yes, we can, and I really believe we have something special. And the fact that this manager had the audacity of actually having a starting lineup, and I'm gonna read this to you people. This is how the Liverpool's lineup was like. It was Callaghan, it was Kelleher, and there was Connor Bradley, Jared Konza, Seth Van der Beek, and the Konstantinos Tsimikas, Roberts, Harvey Elliott on top, Dominic Soboslai in the middle playing as a DM, and that is really important to remember. Curtis Jones playing as well. Next to him, we have Mohamed Salah up top, Diogo Jota being the number 9. Remember, I told you that we needed a gunman in that Real Sociedad game. If we had a really number 9 was active, we could have scored so many goals, and it's now starting to make sense. And Carvalho playing on the left side of the wing, and I'm really enjoying what I'm watching from this team. So, what were exactly your expectations really when you're watching this game? Let us all be honest, because we are talking about an Arsenal which brought on a lineup of this. Listen to this. Of course, they are using Kai Hen, their keeper. They have Ben White, they have Kivio, they have Gabriel, they have Zinchenko. We can all agree or disagree into this, but this is literally a starting lineup, except of Kivio, where they also put Saliba. And Kivio will be playing at left back. Then up top with Martin Odegaard, Thomas Partey, if he's fit, he plays. Kai Havertz, a starting player for this team. Reece Nelson, of course, who doesn't play so much. Gabriel Jesus and Gabriel Martinelli. Whatever you're going to say about that team, 90% of those players that are in this team play regularly every single time for us now. And this was the team that Liverpool had to play with. And when I look at the starting lineup for Liverpool, the players who starts for Liverpool here, Dominic Soboslai, and we have Mo Salah. We also have Diogo Jota when he's fit, and Curtis Jones. So it's literally about 3 or 4 people that plays for Liverpool regularly, and that tells you everything you need to understand. I can't even look at the defense, because that defense was something that the manager has been working on, and Jared Konza is proving the world that he deserves to be playing at that position. He is really fighting to prove that he deserves to actually have a spot and perform at that position. So you might be asking questions. Why was Wataru Endo not in the game? That was everyone's question when I was watching the game. And I remember watching this game worried, saying that why would Slot really go with a team without actually putting a manager, somebody who stands and actually help this team? And somehow he was okay with it. He was pretty much okay, and he wanted to prove what is working on. And I think that gave us that satisfaction that we have been talking about, because now it has been confirmed a day later that maybe Wataru Endo could be for sale, and now things are starting to make sense. But you have to understand this, people, and it's really important. Dominic Soboslai, since he has come to Liverpool, he has never played as a DM, and this guy played in that double pivot that Arne Slot seems to really favor the most, playing against playing and doing what exactly was doing to help out the team to go forward. I think the good passes, the movement, it was really unique to see this team build from the bottom, from the back, going forward, and actually being able to produce something to cause chaos, to try and help the team to do something. I was really happy about the build-up, because I think it helped the team to force that Arsenal team to lose the structure. I remember Arsenal, like I even talked about this, if you remember, on the Connect last season, that the last time when Liverpool were beaten by Arsenal, that Arsenal like this tendency of taking advantage of course, usually at this moment it was Declan Rice, but usually with Kai Havertz, they want their centre forward to drop back as a false nine, while on top of that they're adding Zinchenko being that inverted fullback coming in the midfield. So when we count how many players will be in the midfield, we are talking about Declan Rice. We're talking about maybe Jorginho if he's playing as a DM. We're talking about who's that guy? Martin Odegaard. You have Kai Havertz dropping in the DM, as well as you have Zinchenko dropping, as well as inverting to that midfield position. So they always have to try by almost to have that 5 advantage over the team that they play with, it to have more in the midfield to take advantage and destroy the teams with the passes, because usually whenever a striker drops in, it forces a centre back to try and means to stop him, and whenever there are so many some left back or right back wants to come in to cause chaos. But this is how the slot machine was really interesting. He was very comfortable to wait with that attacking position. He was really okay with the build up, forcing Arsenal to lose their shape, what they're used to pull the likes of Kai Havertz to come close, pushing the likes of course, Gabriel, Jesus, all of those ones to come close to the centre back. And when they do the quick passes to open up in those certain positions, because they knew that they were creating space in the middle of that Arsenal and being able to actually use it. And that number, one of the midfielder playing as a number 10, which in this moment was Harvey Elliott, it was easy for him to receive, to give these amazing passes. One he gave to Salah and the one that he gave to Carvalho, also to even to Diogo Jota. If he had his shooting boots, it could have been a different game. So that tells you that there is this makeshift that this guy's working on. There's this exciting thing that this Liverpool team is building. Exciting whenever they're defending, exciting when they're going forward, causing chaos, forcing this team to disjoint and lose their shape, whatever they're trying to achieve. Arsenal, whatever they do, forcing them to actually be in the positions which they are really uncomfortable to actually play on. And that forced defenders like Gabriel to be exposed the way he was exposed today, and those weird chips that we saw from Avilot giving the forward and scoring like the goal that Carvalho scored. It looks like this kid is really forcing himself into Slot's book so that he can be one of those participants who actually are performing throughout the season. So it's really exciting to see what you see. And that forced the Arsenal, even in the second half, after Liverpool had taken out almost all their teams, to try and play 10 minutes extra, try to force it later on so that maybe they get a goal and actually end this game in a draw, because Mikel Arteta's ego could not allow to lose to this Liverpool, especially with this so many youngsters which were in there. Because remember, Chelsea were beating with the Klopp's kids. Now we can say that Mikel Arteta in a friendly match, they actually stopped the mighty Arsenal, the team that will be challenging Man City this season, and caused them to actually suffocate and cause chaos to them. And that is really exciting to watch. It was something that I was not expecting, but it was something that I was really proud to see, because you can see the effectiveness of his type of philosophy. You can see how much he wants to take advantage of those hot zones. Remember, we told you of the hot zones. If I look at right now, I'll show you this, people. If you look at how Liverpool are playing right now, all their chances, everything that they're creating, it's all being done and it's actually happening in those hot zones that people keep talking about. That Slot has what he calls the hot zones, where he wants the passes, the touches, the goals and everything to be done in. And when I look at what I was seeing in this game, really, to be honest, you can see that all of it was happening in that position. All of it, whatever that Arsenal were trying to do, they were being stopped in those hot zones. And I think going forward and really doing so much, this will help out the team. All the shots, I don't remember having any shot which was kicked and it was coming on the other side, they were all being played in the front of the center of Arsenal. Remember, whenever teams are playing, they want to create a formation which forces teams to go on the wides, and it's easy for their defenders to head the balls away from that. But Arne Slot does not even attack thinking of those positions. In fact, he leaves those positions for maybe a Connor Bradley to take advantage when he overlaps, or maybe on the other side for Tsimikas to take advantage when he overlaps. But most of the times he wants to cause chaos on the hot zone. So it means on that 18 area, whenever you are there, you're always trying to do the balls to shoot and to do something, and it's amazing. So I'm curious to hear what your thoughts were over the game, and what are you expecting to see, and how do Arsenal do as they are going to be playing the Emirates Cup, and what is going to happen between Manchester United and Liverpool? That is the next game in US tour, which is going to be played on Sunday. Thank you very much for watching. This has been the Football Connect. I'm your host, Sam. We'll see you on another one. I want to understand what you are expecting over this season and what is really giving you excitement as you build up to this season. Thank you. I'm out. I'll see you on another one. Peace. Subscribe to the content.